Yo, what's up, sports fans, and welcome to Cam Talk Sports. I'm your host, Cameron Gooseby, and today I'll be talking about part one of the NFL Super Wildcard Weekend between the 10-6 LA Rams versus the 12-4 Seattle Seahawks. Now, to get started on the Rams, Jared Goff, their quarterback, I'm not saying he was a bad quarterback. He certainly wasn't the best. He is questionable. He has a broken thumb, so it's likely he's not playing this game. So they will be having to use Wolford, their backup quarterback, who can run. He can complete some passes, but he's not the you don't see him as your typical average NFL quarterback. He's not that type of guy who's just gonna stand in the pocket. He's gonna run most of the time instead of pass. But nonetheless, they are numbered 11 on offense. The backup QB, John Wolford, like I said, he's the backup QB, so it's likely that he will be the starting quarterback for the game in place of Jared Goff. And then next on their weapons list, they got Cooper Kupp. And Cooper Kupp, really good route runner, someone who you could throw the ball deep down the field, and he's a bit of a speedster. He's someone who can not only catch deep balls down the field, but he can catch them like highly contested. Like, he's that type of wide receiver. I'm not saying he's a Randy Moss by any means, no, but he is someone who can go up and get that 50-50 ball. And then next, on the defensive side of the ball, they are number one. They are the best defense in the league. They have Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. Aaron Donald, this man, he gets quarterbacks behind the line of scrimmage. He sacks them. He gets, he can give you tackles for loss. He provides a lot of pressure on the quarterback. And although his name doesn't always appear in the stat line, in every game, when he applies pressure, it makes quarterbacks make crazy mistakes. And normally you be hearing like, okay, thanks to Aaron Donald, this was an interception, or thanks to Aaron Donald, this was a fumble. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that Aaron Donald does to force quarterbacks to make mistakes. But when he gets you, he hits people very hard, and he gets a lot of strip sacks as well. Now, next, you have Jalen Ramsey. And Jalen Ramsey, this guy, you cannot be in man coverage with him. If you are in man coverage, well, if he's in man coverage with you in that matter, you better hope that you can outrun him, because in man coverage, he is spectacular. Now, he's not really known for himself being in zone coverage, but when he's in man, he shuts down the wide receivers. That's all he wants to do. He likes to shut down the wide receivers, likes to talk trash, and he just likes to create punishment on any opposing wide receiver on the offensive side of the ball. So if the Seahawks would really want to win this game, in my mind, they do not need to throw the ball down his way, because he will force turnovers. And this man hits hard like, he almost hits hard like a linebacker sometimes. That's how physical he is. So you really want to stay away from him at all costs. Now, for the Seahawks, they are ranked number 17 offensively. They have some really good they have some good offensive players in Russell Wilson. And Russell Wilson, he's almost like an Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't really make a lot of mistakes. The man is very clutch. Now, granted, I know he threw an interception in the Super Bowl, but other than that, he's very clutch, doesn't make no mistakes, knows when to pass, knows when to run, and he reads defenses and he reads blitzes a lot. So, yeah, he's a really good quarterback, and that's one quarterback I wouldn't mind having on my own football team. But before we get to DK Metcalf, this offensive line is just flat out horrendous. I don't even know what to say about them, but they are just that bad. I don't know, just terrible. They do not know how to protect. Russell Wilson has taken the third most sacks of it. No, not of his career, but the third most sacks this season. And yeah, this offensive line, they give up a lot of sacks. They give up, they don't provide a lot of run blocking. So it's a lot of things that's going to be happening. Now next, you got DK Metcalf. He is a speedster wide receiver. He is someone who can catch the deep ball down the field. He's also someone who could catch that 50-50 ball. But also with DK Metcalf, this man has been putting on a show this season. Like that is Russell Wilson's like main weapon on Seattle. That's his best weapon thus far. And although they have Tyler Lockett, they have Chris Carson, they have all those, they have other weapons. DK Metcalf is going to be something special for Russell Wilson for years to come in my mind. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, you got Bobby Wagner, who causes a lot of havoc. This man, oh my God. Like, this man, a game changer on the defensive side of the ball. If he gets an interception, watch how that interception is gonna be the main definition of why the opposing team lost the game. Or say if he forces a fumble, it could be the same thing. He forces that one turnover that decides the outcome of the game. He's that type of game changer. And then next you got Jamal Adams, who he's not a guy who's gonna go for a lot of interceptions. He's a really good safety. He doesn't really get a lot of interceptions, but this man hits for real like a linebacker. It's painful. I mean, I experienced it in Madden 21. This man be hit sticking everybody. But back to real life, not Madden, but real life. This man Jamal Adams, he be providing a lot of punishment for receivers deep down the field, and he will cause turnovers. He does get interceptions. It's not that interceptions is not going to be his only thing. The man is down there to cause punishment. Like, I could tell that his main inspiration was like a Ronnie Lott or something like that. That is someone who I could compare Jamal Adams to, like a Ronnie Lott. Now, I'm not saying that he'll be great like Ronnie Lott, but like the way how he plays, he's trying to play like Ronnie Lott. Now, my final score outcome for this game, I think the Seahawks would win if Wolford starts, but the Rams do have a better chance with Goff to win because with Jared Goff, he knows this offense more than John Wolford. And if Goff is in there, I think the Rams will still lose, but just by a turnover, because Jared Goff does make mistakes down the field, of course, but I'm not going to be, I won't be bashing the Rams by anything. I think they still have a chance to win, but I see more outcomes of the Seahawks winning before I see an outcome of the Rams winning. So my final score outcome, I say that it will be a 27-24 win for the Seahawks. And yeah, although the Rams are a good defense, I think the Seahawks will get like a pick six or something. Like they'll do something just to get a pick six just to widen out that lead. And that's the only reason why I say that the Seahawks will win.